talkers. Trash talkers. We're just smack talkers.
Let's get into this documentary. So this documentary was, in the late 90s, the Bulls had run off 5 championships. This documentary documents the sixth, as they're going for the 6th championship. And pretty much, excuse my language, last year all hell breaks loose as they're going for this. And you wonder, it's like, if you've got the best team in basketball, obviously all 15 grown men on a team, but is it that hard to see every one of those folks swallow their pride a little bit, including management? There's 2 other players that are big, the Jerrys, they're big. Why can't 17 grown men swallow their pride and go as after as many championships as they're able to get? I think that's kind of the question. Who on that team could have held that together?
Yeah, it was interesting. I think it was what it sounded like was Phil Jackson and the Jerry. What's his name?
Reinsdorf. Reinsdorf is the owner. Krause is the GM. Krause is the GM.
Yeah, Krause. So it seemed like the relationship between Krause and Phil Jackson was irreparable, and so, which is really crazy. But, I think Jerry Krause wanted to bring in someone else, thinking, if I had the same team and minus the coach, we could still win. Which, if Jordan and Pippen are there, you're probably right. And so it put Jordan in positions like, oh, no, you can't do that. If you're going to do that, I'm out. And I think it became a game of chicken because I think Jerry Krause just was, he's just that type of guy, they made fun of him. They kind of, he's just the anti-ball player. He's a little short, chubby dude, man.
Right.
Like, never played any sport. I don't know.
They didn't really, and correct me if I'm wrong, did they really kind of go into an analysis of the rift between the coach and Krause?
No, it was a big ego.
It just ego.
Because Jerry Krause never got any of the acclaim. And I think he wanted more. But, that Chicago team was, as they say, that was a rock star band. It was a big event every time they came out. And nobody was going to go looking for the GM. It's like, oh, yeah, hey, it wasn't going to be a party with the GM. And Phil Jackson actually was part of that, rock star status.
Right.
He had this swag and he had a unique coaching style. So, even though he was a coach, he was a big part of that persona of the Bulls. And I think Krause certainly was on the sideline. And I think he wanted to make his voice heard. And, they don't talk about it too much, which is interesting. And I don't think Phil Jackson wants to talk about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
They put it on the players. The players, Jordan's like, look, only, I'm real clear. If Phil doesn't come back, I'm not coming back.
Well, let's go back. Let's back up a second and let's talk about Krause's performance in getting players and how much credit should he get. Before the documentary, he's one of those guys, like you said, non-ball player. So, my initial reaction was, this dude doesn't deserve any credit. But he did bring in Pippen. He did trade for Rodman. He did trade for Bill Cartwright. You could debate. You can do that. I'm stopping you. You can debate. You can debate the value of that. But it's funny though.
And Horace Grant too.
Huh?
People don't talk about
Yeah, Horace Grant.
Horace Grant he wasn't part of the second group.
I thought he was part of the. He was part of the first. I thought he was part of a little bit of the second, but I don't. Maybe not. I think that's why they brought in Rodman.
What's that?
That's why they brought in Rodman.
Yeah, after he left, he may have been there when Jordan came back. I'm not sure though.
I think he wanted. He was one of those guys where after the first three-peat, everybody was fishing for big contracts. So
right.
I think that's why he left.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if Jerry Krause brought in Horace Grant, but he said
no. I think he did. I think because I think they said that during the document.
Yeah, he certainly was a good ball player. He was exactly what that team needed.
He was solid, very solid, good defender.
He was a lot like Rodman in the sense that he was a good rebounder. He was a better scorer than Rodman was, and he was, he could cover power forwards and play a little bit of center in the clutch, and he was a good defender, good all-around rebounder. So I mean, Jerry Krause brought in some people. Let's give him credit.
But he didn't bring in the big guy though. I mean, he didn't bring in Jordan. He didn't bring in Jordan.
Pippen was one of those guys that kind of, I don't know. Everyone when they saw him, they realized that hey, this guy's going to be really good. He came out of nowhere, but by the time he got to draft day, I think everyone kind of knew like, wow, this guy is.
And top 10 pick. He is as good. He was as good as they thought he was going to be.
Yeah, well, and he made the trade. Seattle drafted him. So they traded for him. And so he didn't come up. It wasn't like a Washington Wizards type of draft where he falls in their lap.
Right.
They had to make some moves to go get him. So the fact that he made the moves to acquire Pippen, that's one feather in his cap. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think he did pretty good all the way. But he got to the end, and then he just kind of the ego. It's funny how everyone develops a bigger ego than they probably should have.
Well, it's like what you said. So if he's not getting the publicity those other guys are getting, including Phil Jackson, who's a coach, a non-player, he's saying to himself, well, I put this team together. I don't care what you all do. I can put another team together. And that's crazy. You can't. It all centers around, and let me, it all centers around Jordan. Okay, so what's Jordan going to do? If Jordan's on your team, you got a shot at it. And then let me just veer away for a second and talk about the Patriots. Everybody says, how great of a coach Bill Belichick is. We're going to see. We're going to see, because once you have the very best player in the league, a Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats, that is what dictates how long your run is going to be.
Yeah.
How many championships have San Antonio won since Tim Duncan's left? You know what I'm saying?
I think when anything you multiply by zero.
Well, it starts with zero and it ends with zero.
It starts with zero. So I think that's the answer to that question.
Yeah. So these geniuses, I can rebuild the team. No, you can't. Unless you find the next greatest player out there.
Yeah, and they have. I mean, and they're coached well, and they're a great team. And they all, Pop's a really. He's like, I would say he's very equivalent to Belichick. The NBA version of Belichick in a lot of ways. Just I just happen to like Popovich a little better than I like Belichick, but he is, and the teams every year they're good, but they're not winning championships because you need to have that. It's just that difference. And basketball is only 5 players on the court at one time.
You need to have that dude, otherwise.
You need that dude, man.
Yeah.
You have 2 of those dudes. It's helpful, but you got to have that one guy.
Right.
I mean, you look back over the carnage that Mike and this group left. I mean, you had excellent Patrick Ewing teams. You had Phoenix had a really good team when Barkley was over there.
Mhm.
I mean,
Utah.
he carved through a lot of, Boston,
Seattle.
I mean, it was just good teams.
Right.
Portland Trailblazers. I mean, that Portland team was extremely talented.
Right.
But I mean, they had Drexler, who was really good, but Drexler wasn't Jordan.
Right.
And Jersey wasn't Pippen, so
right.
They were close, but they weren't.
Trash talkers. Trash talkers. We're just smack talkers. Trash talkers. Trash talkers. Trash talkers. We're just smack talkers.